Hey guys, what is up and welcome back. Today we are crossing things off of my to-do list. If you guys have been following for any amount of time, recently I've just become so in love with creating a to-do list and crossing things off during the day, and it keeps me on task. So I have a few DIY projects from the Dollar Tree that I am doing with my Cricut. Today's video is sponsored by Cricut. I will be sharing those projects in just a little bit. I want to declutter my bathroom. The drawers in my bathroom have gotten out of control. We have random brushes and hair tools and things that that are just buried, so I want to go ahead and do that. Declutter Sydney's books in her playroom and her bedroom, so I periodically do that as well. So just crossing things off the to-do list today, since it's gonna start raining, thundering for the rest of the day, and so I thought it would be just the perfect day to like get things done that I've been wanting to get done that come to my brain. I'm very sporadic when it comes to what I want to declutter and do when I want to do it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, get some motivation and inspiration. I have the best, in my opinion, best little DIY right now. Hocus Pocus, I need coffee to focus. I just made this mug using a Dollar Tree mug and my Cricut. So I will go ahead and share with you guys my DIY projects, and then we will jump into the rest of the video. All right, so for the first project, I found this white t-shirt from the Dollar Tree. It was only $1.25 for one of these like cotton white tees. This is a size larger. They didn't have the 5, which would be Sydney's size, so I just sized up and she can grow into this. And so I'm gonna be using this Smart Iron-On in red glitter. It is so gorgeous. You guys can totally guess what I am doing with this. And then I of course have my Cricut Joy, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in and get this all set up. It takes 2 seconds to set up. Okay, so first and foremost, I have the Cricut Joy, and Cricut is a smart cutting machine that allows you to create personalized projects with hundreds of different materials. And it works with a software called Design Space, and that is what I am using to create my saying right here. It's a free app that does come with your machine, and this is where you can create your projects. There's hundreds of images and fonts that are included, or there's upgraded fonts and imaging as well that you can use for your machine to cut. So what I do is I just plug in my machine, I make sure the Bluetooth is on, and that way the machine can communicate with Design Space on my phone. And so when I have my project all ready, I check out the different sizes of the fonts. I make sure I measure to make sure that the fitting is going to, or the saying is going to fit correctly on my project, in this case the t-shirt. And so I go ahead and click the 1, and that is going to bring up the mirror image. And so when you're doing an iron-on project, which is what I am doing here, with the t-shirt, I am doing the Smart Iron-On glitter material. You want to make sure that the mirror is on, and that way the machine cuts it mirrored. And you can go ahead and iron it on and it will be legible. I made the mistake of not doing the mirror the first time. I just ignored it and yes, had to redo it. These projects take hardly any time at all, as long as you actually read instructions. Unlike I did the first time, they take no time at all. So once you're happy with the project in Design Space, you go ahead and click Make It, and it sends it right to your Cricut machine and it cuts it for you. And so for the t-shirt, all I did was remove the backing, and then I used this little handy pick tool that came with my Cricut machine, and go ahead and remove the insides of each letter. And then all you do is stick this to the t-shirt. I couldn't decide where I wanted to put it as far as Sydney goes. I knew I wanted to have her wearing it with it tied up. I thought maybe this might be a good announcement little outfit. Best day ever. We're going to Disney. She still doesn't know quite yet. And then you're going to go ahead and iron this on. So I used this, you can put an ironing board, something that's going to be heat proof right beneath. I went ahead and used my mini press for this and just heated it up and went ahead and ironed this on. And it was so simple and it came out adorable. I absolutely love it. And it's definitely something that if you're a beginner, you can use, because I am such a beginner and I have never been a crafty person, but the Cricut allows me to be a crafty person. I love that you can do so many different projects. Like for me, we're doing this t-shirt, I did a mug, I did other labeling things for organization, and there are just so many different materials, colors, patterns. Again, with this red glitter, you can create your own little like shop at your own home for so much less than it is to order these things online. I'm sure you guys know how expensive these can get. All right, for the next project, so I found this mug from the Dollar Tree, of course. It is $1.25 and it's a nice big sturdy black mug. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Smart Vinyl Permanent in white, and I have been dying to have like a Hocus Pocus mug, but they can be so expensive when you do buy them online. So I'm going to attempt, I have to wash this first, and then attempt to make some sort of like themed mug. Okay, so for the mug, it was a super simple process, just like, again, the t-shirt was. So in the design space, I went ahead and I wrote, Hocus Pocus, I need coffee to focus. I am obsessed with Hocus Pocus, and I know fall, but I don't care. I'm so excited. And so I went ahead and played around with different fonts and different sizing. And then when I was happy with it, I went ahead and sent it right to my machine. So I am using the Smart Vinyl Permanent in white. I thought white on black would be cute, especially for fall and Hocus Pocus kind of spooky season. And then, so I went ahead and measured out my material to make sure that I had enough length. And when you go ahead and hit send for your Cricut machine to cut it, it tells you exactly how much material that you are going to need. And I find that so helpful. Of course, you can measure on your own, depending on the size of the wording that you are doing. I love that it tells you exactly how many inches the letters are going to span. And that's what I made sure of when I was making this for the mug. I just love how this Cricut Joy cuts everything so effortlessly. Never had an issue with this, and it's just so mind-blowing how simple it is. So I went ahead and used a very delicate hand when I was taking off this backing here. Since my writing beneath the I need coffee to focus was so small and intricate, I made sure that I was very gentle, but overall it was very smooth and seamless process. And so then I went ahead and used the transfer tape, which is basically a sticky tape that has this grid on it, which makes you look like a professional because you can get things nice and straight. Before I had done any projects with the Cricut, I was wondering how all of these people had like these perfect lines, and now I know how. The transfer tape is everything, you guys. I have 2 rolls of this and I never want to run out. And then I went ahead and smoothed everything over to make sure that the letters stuck to the transfer tape, and then I gently peeled it off. And so you will see the letters came off of the white page and stuck to the transfer tape. And then you stick it to the mug or whatever it is that you are making, and just make sure that you press nice and even and everything is where you want it and aligned, and then you remove the transfer tape to reveal your final project. All right, this mug came out absolutely perfect. I am so happy with it. And it did take a little bit, since the writing on the bottom there was so small and intricate. It did take some gentle touches and gentle hands, but this tool right here helps a ton, as well as this one when you're dealing with the transfer tape. So stinking excited about my Hocus Pocus mug. So not only can you create awesome things with the Cricut, you can also make labels, and that is one of my favorite things to do with my Cricut personally. So this one I am making a labeled like essentially pencil pouch for Sydney for school. I had labeled her bento box last year, her lunch box, and the label is still going strong, and that was used all year last year. So in the design space, I just typed out Sydney's name, and I used like a simple all capital letters font, and then I went ahead and sent it to my Cricut machine, and then it cut it out effortlessly. Again, this project is using the transfer tape because I am using just the name, like just the letters, and then I went ahead and stuck it to the pencil case, and everything came out beautifully. All right, so next on the to-do list is decluttering some of Sydney's books on these bookshelves. We absolutely love books, and so does Sydney. She always has since she was little. She loves to go in storage and get out some baby books or the seasonal ones like the Christmas and the Halloween and whatnot, since we haven't gotten rid of too many because she just loves to read them, and soon enough she will be able to read them on her own. And so what I did is I went through and got rid of like the babyish books or the seasonal books. Some of them are going to be donated and some of them we are keeping to rotate in our selection. Sydney has gotten so good at helping me declutter, and whereas before for the longest time she wouldn't want to declutter, wouldn't want to get rid of anything, and it was really hard for her to just see me like put something away. But lately she has been so helpful with this, and I like that she has a say in it because she feels heard and seen, and you know, independence is very important. Happy with your decisions?
Yeah, okay. So Mommy, is it okay if we could do more of it, pretty please?
Declutter more?
Yeah?
We'll have to go upstairs and do the books in your bedroom.
Okay. I want to bring Foxy with me.
All right, so I am pretty happy with what we have left. These are a little bit more mature books for her, and ones that she just adores. Some of them are just, you know, just ones that she loves, of course. I Spy books. We have some more Seek and Finds. Gives you ideas on the books that we have and what I enjoy for her. So if you've been watching any of my recent videos, you guys have probably noticed a little pattern. I have just been in the biggest decluttering mood, but I kind of have no rhyme or reason when things come to me, or when I notice something bothers me, is when I put it on my to-do list and I'm like, yep, I can do that today, or right this moment and drop everything that I'm doing and just tackle this one thing. So I was very happy to get the books decluttered and put a lot of books in storage for future, like, you know, giving them away, donating them, or just rotating in general. So that made me so happy. We did Sydney's bedroom and her playroom as well. And so of course laundry was on the agenda, and folding laundry. I swear, even though it's only two of us, we go through so much laundry. It just feels like it's never ending, and I know everyone can relate to this. How do you do it if you have multiple children? You are incredible. You are incredible if you can even just barely keep up. Like I can't. So anyway, so I am folding this laundry. Again, the weather was so weird. It was supposed to rain and thunder all day, but it was on and off. And so Sydney was sitting in this one spot on the couch, and the sun was coming through the skylights, and she looks like a glowing angel right now in the corner while I just fold up this laundry. And then I wanted to tackle the bathroom because the bathroom has been driving me nuts. I go to do Sydney's hair in the morning, or I take out my straightener, look for, hair elastics, and it's just an absolute nightmare in my little vanity. And I knew I didn't use more than half of what was in there, and so I definitely wanted to go ahead and declutter that. But before I could do that, I needed to vacuum the floors, wash the vanity and the sink. You know how it goes. So I ended up throwing quite a bit away. A lot of it was either old, half empty, and just expired face products, skincare, and just toothpaste and things that did not belong. And so I went ahead and organized this with just the hair tool products that I use more often. And then I do have a second bathroom upstairs. I know I hardly ever show it, but I am putting things that I use less regularly upstairs so that I still have them and can use them when I want. It already feels so much better in my bathroom. I am able to, when I was brushing Sydney's teeth tonight, I was, brushing her hair and whatnot. Oh, I was able to see exactly what I needed instead of fumbling around and having things fall behind. I'm sure you guys know the frustration when you have clutter. It just feels so much better and so liberating to declutter. I am not a minimalist, and I don't think I ever see that future in my future, but I definitely love decluttering, and I have had a passion for maintaining it. So that is everything on my to-do list. I did empty the dishwasher, did not show that on camera. That was also on my to-do list, but I hope you guys got some motivation and inspiration in today's video. Go ahead and check out my link in the description box to get your own Cricut of your own so you can do all kinds of personalized projects. All right, you guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.